Hello, dear friends. Dr. Grace here. You watch your salt shaker, yet blood pressure still creeps up. The real threat hides inside everyday foods, not just the shaker on the table. A single frozen dinner can pack more salt than 3 pretzels combined. Restaurant soup? One bowl may equal an entire day's sodium limit. Your heart keeps working, but walls grow stiff like OLD garden hoses. Over 70% of Americans aged 60 plus live with hypertension, says the CDC 2024. That means 7 in 10 neighbors risk stroke while believing they eat okay. Mrs. Brown, 72, thought she was safe. She never added extra salt. Yet her favorite healthy turkey sandwich flooded her body with hidden sodium. Her blood pressure spiked during a quiet walk. The ambulance ride was terrifying. She recovered, but now reads labels like her life depends on it, because it does. You deserve calm mornings, steady hands, and walks without dizzy spells. Spotting secret salt is the first defense for senior health and elderly health. Today I'll expose 5 sneaky foods that sabotage your hypertension journey. For each culprit, I'll give a tasty, budget-friendly swap you can start tonight. These tips cost pennies, yet may spare costly pills and hospital trips. Picture enjoying family dinners without fearing the cuff numbers afterward. Imagine grocery trips where labels no longer confuse or trick you. Knowledge turns worry into power, and small swaps build lasting senior wisdom. Stay with me for the next minutes. Your arteries will thank you. Ready to uncover the hidden salt thieves? Let's dive in together. High blood pressure sneaks up on many seniors, often without loud warning signs. Excess salt pulls water into blood, forcing your heart to pump harder. Over years, this strain can thicken artery walls like old, cracking paint. Kidneys work overtime, yet small vessels scar, reducing their filtering power. Eyes, brain, and feet also suffer, risking vision loss and silent strokes. Yet many elders say, I never add salt, so I'm okay. Hidden sodium proves that belief wrong and keeps blood pressure climbing quietly. Most dietary sodium comes from packaged or restaurant food, not the home shaker. CDC reports Americans eat about 3,400 milligrams sodium daily, far above limits. For seniors with hypertension, experts recommend under 2,500 milligrams to protect arteries. The gap between 3,400 and 2,500 is a flood, not a trickle. Extra fluid raises pressure, stretches vessels, and may trigger heart failure episodes. Every 20-point rise in systolic pressure doubles stroke risk in older adults. Medications help, yet lifestyle changes can reduce pill counts and side effects. Spotting salty culprits empowers you to steer senior health, not simply follow prescriptions. Common traps include soups, breads, cured meats, sauces, and even cottage cheese. Restaurant chefs season boldly, so flavors survive warming lamps and long waits. Manufacturers add salt for taste, preservation, and to mask lower quality ingredients. Labels seem tiny, but knowing 20% daily value equals 460 milligrams matters. Choose products with 5% or less per serving to stay safer. Swap high-sodium items for budget choices, like fresh chicken, frozen veggies, and herbs. Cook once, portion meals. You control seasonings and save money. Ask restaurants for no added salt, dressings on side, and steamed options. Carry a spice mix to brighten flavor without sodium, supporting elderly health. Remember, small shifts done daily compound into steady pressure and calmer mornings. In the next section, we'll expose 5 salty villains and smart swaps. Canned soup seems warm, quick, and cozy on chilly days. Yet one small cup can pour salt like ocean water into your body. Average canned chicken noodle soup holds 801 to 100 milliliters sodium per serving. That equals half the whole day goal of 500 milliliters for adults with hypertension, notes the AHA. Your arteries feel this surge within hours. raising pressure like a tight cuff. Extra fluid makes ankles puff, hearts race, and pills work harder. Worse, soup feels light. So many elders sip 2 cups without guilt. Now the sodium load doubles, pushing totals near 2,000 milliliters in minutes. Blood vessels stiffen, kidneys shout, and bedtime rings with head throbs. Hidden salt in broth also drives thirst, causing seniors to drink sugary soda. Sugar plus salt equals a sneaky double hit to heart health. Why so much salt? Manufacturers add it for flavor and to preserve stock on shelves. Salt also masks weaker vegetables, harvested months before canning. The label looks harmless, yet the numbers hide in tiny print. Watch the per can versus per serving trick. 1 can may mean 2 servings. Mrs. Diaz, 68, learned this after her doctor suggested food journaling. She logged 3 soup lunches and saw pressure spikes each evening. Switching soups dropped her systolic number by 8 points in 3 weeks. Mini story. I stopped canned soup and felt lighter climbing stairs. She smiles. Budget-friendly swap. Make a simple 5-minute veggie broth with frozen carrots, onion, and herbs. Boil 2 cups water. Add 1 cup mixed veggies, garlic powder, and thyme. Simmer 4 minutes, then blend lightly for creamy texture. Sodium drops to under 100 milliliters per bowl, saving money in arteries. Freeze portions in recycled jars. Each jar costs less than 50 cents. A single homemade batch yields 6 bowls for the cost of 1 store can. On rushed days, heat 1 jar and sprinkle pepper or fresh parsley. Flavor stays bright because herbs, not salt, carry the taste. Add cooked chicken or beans for protein without sodium flood. When dining out, ask restaurants for low-sodium broth or plain hot water. Bring a small herb mix in your purse to season at the table. Remember, you deserve comfort without hidden danger. Checking labels and choosing homemade broth grants control and calm. Key tips. Choose cans with reduced sodium, under 140 ml per serving. Drain and rinse any canned beans added to soup. Keep no salt bouillon cubes, handy for quick flavor. Knowledge here empowers your senior wisdom journey against hypertension. 1 bowl swap today can add many peaceful tomorrows. This is the first salty villain revealed. Bread feels gentle, soft, familiar, harmless with breakfast or a quick sandwich. Yet 1 slice of white bread hides about 170 milligrams sodium, over 10% daily value. Bread and rolls rank among the top sodium sources for U.S. adults, notes CDC-reviewed FDA data. 2 slices for toast, plus a midday roll, can push seniors past 600 milliliters before lunch. That silent load swells blood volume, raising pressure like air in an old tire. Artery walls strain, tiny tears form, and plaque slips into every crack. Eyes may blur, ankles puff, and evening cuff readings climb higher than yesterday. Why so much salt? Commercial bakers add sodium for dough strength, flavor, and longer shelf life. Salt controls yeast action, keeping loaves uniform and cheap to ship nationwide. Whole wheat labels feel healthy, yet sodium often matches white bread numbers. Sweet rolls sneak in extra sodium from baking powder and processed fillings. Restaurant buns bathe in salted butter, doubling hidden sodium before the first bite. Label traps. Serving size may say 1 slice, but deli sandwiches often include 3 halves. Words like natural, multigrain, or artisan never guarantee low sodium. Aim for bread with 5% daily value or less per slice, about 115 milliliters sodium. Choose brands using potassium chloride for dough strength. Taste stays fine, salt drops. Mini story. Mr. Carter, 70, loved morning toast and burger rolls at lunch. After tracking meals, he saw bread alone gave 1,000 milliliters sodium daily. Switching brands and baking once a week lowered his systolic pressure by 9 points. I still enjoy sandwiches, he laughs, but my numbers finally behave. Budget-friendly swap. Try a no-knead oat loaf. 4 cups oats, 2 cups whole wheat flour, 1 teaspoon yeast herbs, and no salt. Mix, rest overnight, bake 40 minutes. Cost under 40 C per slice. Sodium falls below 30 milligrams. Fiber climbs. Flavor stays hearty with rosemary. Store slices in freezer bags. Toast directly for crunch without extra sodium. For quick store options, look for low-sodium bread and clearance racks near date. Older bread toast's fine and costs half the fresh price. Wallet and arteries smile. Dining out tactics. Ask for burgers wrapped in lettuce instead of buns. Request rolls served plain. No butter glaze. Share one roll, not the basket, to cut hidden salt. Key tips. Bread with jar 1 15 million sodium per slice wins. Pair bread with potassium-rich tomato or spinach to balance minerals. Freeze bread. Slow use stops waste and saves cash. Small bread tweaks stack big victories for senior health and hypertension control. Hidden salt loses power once you read, bake, and request smarter. Deli turkey, ham, and roast beef look quick and lean. Yet 1 ounce deli turkey may hide over 500 milliliters sodium. Stack 2 ounces on bread, and your lunch nears 1,000 milliliters sodium fast. That is 2/3 of the whole day limit for hearts with hypertension. Salt pulls water into blood, swelling pressure like an overfilled hose. Arteries stretch, tiny cracks form, and plaques slip inside quietly. Kidneys strain to filter the flood. Legs may swell after long walks. Cold cuts also carry nitrates. Some studies link them to cancer risk. Manufacturers rely on salt to cure, preserve, and boost bland slices. Labels note 2 Oz serving, yet deli workers pile 4 ounces for flavor. Add cheese and bread, and sodium climbs higher without tasting salty. Label traps. Words like lean, natural, or uncured do not promise low sodium. Look for low sodium or 140 milliliters per serving. Few brands qualify. Check the deli case chart or ask the clerk to read nutrition facts. Mini story. Mrs. Clark, 74, loved turkey on rye every noon. Her cuff read 168.90 despite medicine. After learning the turkey alone gave 1 200 milliliters sodium, she switched. 2 weeks of homemade chicken slices dropped systolic pressure by 10 points. I still get protein, but my heart feels calmer, she smiles. Budget-friendly swap. Roast 2 chicken breasts with garlic and rosemary. No added salt. Cool, slice thin, freeze in lunch portions. Cost about 60 C per serving. Each homemade serving has under 70 milliliters sodium plus rich potassium. Prefer fish? Mash canned no-salt tuna with yogurt and dill for sandwiches. On busy days, fill a pita with hummus, tomato, and spinach. 0 hidden salt. These swaps save money and keep pressure steady. Dining out tactics. Order grilled chicken breast instead of deli meat. Request half the usual meat portion. Add extra lettuce. Skip cheese or pick low-sodium Swiss to cut more salt. Key tips. Choose cold cuts. 140 milliliters sodium per 2 Oz. Rinse sliced meat under cool water if no other option. Pair with potassium-rich fruit to balance minerals. Hidden salt loses its grip once you slice your own protein. Small deli changes build big wins for senior health and hypertension control. Frozen dinners shout, fast, yet they drown hearts in silent brine. One tray can contain several sauces, cheeses, and salty stabilizers. Older lean cuisine meals once packed over 1,000 milliliters sodium per entree. That single plate covers 2/3 of a day's safe limit for hypertension. Extra fluid races into blood, forcing the heart to thump like heavy drums. Arteries stretch, crack, and invite plaque. Kidneys labor past midnight. Seniors feel swelling rings, night thirst, and pounding temples after microwaving convenience. Manufacturers load salt to preserve flavor during months of freezer storage. Tiny trays taste bland if sodium drops, so companies boost it aggressively. Packages boast calorie smart, yet sodium numbers hide in smaller print. Labels list half the tray as one serving. Who stops at half? A mini lasagna often contains 2 servings and doubles hidden salt. Restaurant pizzas show similar danger, but home freezer slices feel safer. Pressure monitors disagree. Numbers climb steadily for unsuspecting elders. Label traps, words like smart, healthy, or balanced never guarantee low sodium. Look for meals with 600 milligrams sodium per tray. Refuse higher options. Check serving lines. Servings per container reveals sneaky splits. Mini story Mr. Lee, 69, loved frozen turkey dinners on movie nights. After 3 months, his cuff read 172.96 despite medication. Switching to batch-cooked chili dropped systolic pressure by 12 points. I still get quick meals, he laughs, but my head feels clear. Budget-friendly swap. Cook a big pot of black bean chili on Sunday afternoon. Use no salt beans, diced tomatoes, cumin, garlic, and smoked paprika. Portion into reused jars. Freeze 10 dinners for under $1 each. Each jar holds under 150 milligrams sodium and 10-degree heart-helping fiber. Crave pasta? Bake whole wheat penne with fresh basil, crushed tomatoes, and mozzarella shreds. Freeze squares. Reheat in minutes without dangerous salt spikes. Dining out tactics. Ask restaurants if they offer light sauce or no added salt plates. Share one entree. Add a side salad with oil and vinegar. Request pizza with half cheese and extra veggies to slash sodium. Key tips. Choose frozen entrees. 600 ml sodium. Ignore healthy claims. Read numbers. Pair meals with potassium-rich fruit for balance. Small freezer choices create big pressure relief for senior health and elderly health. Your heart prefers homemade jars over mystery trays. Let flavor bloom without brine. Ketchup, soy sauce, steak sauce, small splashes, big sodium punches. 1 tablespoon soy sauce hides about 900 milligrams sodium, over half a whole day limit. Ketchup seems sweet, yet a tablespoon adds 150 milligrams sodium before you taste salt. Salad dressings, barbecue glaze, and jarred pasta sauce pile on more brine. Drip after drip. Lunchtime plates drown arteries in silent saline. Why so salty? Salt preserves color, thickens texture, boosts umami, and masks cheaper ingredients. Manufacturers rely on sodium instead of pricey herbs to keep costs down. Labels list serving as 1 tablespoon, but diners pour triple without noticing. A sushi night with 2 soy sauce packets can top 800 milligrams sodium. Add miso soup or teriyaki glaze and pressure balloons like an overfilled balloon. Arteries react within hours. Walls stiffen, kidneys strain, ankles puff, temples pound. The next morning's cuff often reads higher, yet sauces stay the hidden culprit. Label traps. Words like light, classic, or organic do not promise low sodium. Reduced sodium. Soy sauce still holds about 600 milligrams per tablespoon. Check numbers. Aim for condiments with higher 5% daily value, 115 milligrams per serving. Mini story Mrs. Hall, 73, adored steamed veggies, but drowned them in soy sauce. Her evening systolic hit 170 despite good pills. Switching to no salt herb drizzle dropped readings by 12 points in 1 month. I kept flavor, lost the salt, she beams. Budget-friendly swap. DIY herb citrus splash. Mix lemon juice, minced garlic, oregano, and olive oil. Cost under 10 cents per tablespoon, sodium near 0. Need Asian taste? Stir low sodium broth with rice vinegar, ginger, and sesame seeds. Batch make. Store in reused soy bottles for pennies. Homemade pasta sauce. Blend canned no-salt tomatoes, basil, and carrot for sweetness. Freeze in ice cube trays. Reheat cubes for quick sodium-safe dinners. Dining out tactics. Ask servers for sauces on the side. Dip fork lightly, then spear food. Flavor without flood. Request low-sodium soy or lemon wedges instead of bottled sauce. Key tips. Read labels. Choose condiments. Con 115 millimolar sodium per tablespoon. Measure, don't pour. Use a teaspoon. Boost flavor with herbs, vinegar, citrus, and pepper flakes. Small sauce shifts create huge wins for senior health and hypertension control. Your heart craves taste, not brine. Let fresh spices carry the joy. Good habit 1. Flavor with herbs and citrus, not salt. Pleases taste buds, yet your heart pays the bill. Fresh herbs, spices, lemon, and vinegar add bright flavor without brine. Cutting just 1,000 milliliters sodium a day can improve blood pressure, says the American Heart Association. Why this works: salt drags water into blood, making vessels swell and stiffen. Herbs bring aroma, not fluid, so arteries stay relaxed. Garlic, basil, and oregano hold plant oils that calm vessel walls. Lemon juice wakes taste buds, letting you notice flavor, not missing salt. Your tongue adapts within 3 weeks. Salt cravings shrink quietly. Easy steps at home. Mix a triple green jar. Dried rosemary, dill, and bay leaf ground fine. Sprinkle on chicken, fish, or roasted potatoes. Shake lemon garlic drizzle. 2 spoons lemon juice. 1 minced garlic clove. Half spoon olive oil. Pour over steamed veggies. Bright tang replaces salt. Crush mint leaves into water. Enjoy a cool sip without salty sports drinks. Blend turmeric with black pepper for scrambled eggs. Golden color, gentle spice, 0 sodium. Buy a no-salt seasoning jar under $3. 1 jar lasts a month. Budget-friendly swaps. Plant green onions and basil in recycled tubs. $1 of seeds lasts a season. Grab garlic, ginger, and chili on sale. Mince and freeze in ice cube trays. Save orange and lemon peels, dry, grind, and store as fragrant zest powder. Dining out tactics. Request no salt, extra lemon on grilled fish. Ask for sauces on the side. Dip lightly, do not pour. Carry a small herb mix. Sprinkle a pinch. Keep control. Friendly reminders. Start slow. Cut 1/4 teaspoon salt each week. Let taste adjust. Label your spice jar Strong Heart to recall your why. Invite grandkids to blend herbs. Joy spreads through the kitchen. Mini story: Mr. Adams, 71, traded table salt for lemon herb mix. After 8 weeks, his pressure dropped 8 points, and food still thrilled him. Flavor up, pressure down, he laughs with pride. Seasoning with nature's spices gives power over senior health and hypertension. Try 1 herb swap today. Open the door to calmer tomorrows. Good habit 2. Read labels and count servings. Nutrition labels are your quiet bodyguards. They show hidden salt before it harms your heart. Over 70% of sodium Americans eat comes from packaged and restaurant food, not the shaker. Reading labels turns guesswork into clear choices for senior health and hypertension control. Why this works: labels list sodium in milligrams and as % daily value. Knowing both numbers stops accidental salt overload. Checking servings per container avoids double or triple doses. Portion control keeps blood pressure steady without giving up favorite foods. Your eyes learn fast. 140 milliliters per serving is low. 300 milliliters is high. Practice 5 minutes a day. Soon the skill feels automatic. Simple steps at the store. Flip every package. Front claims can mislead. Spot 5% DV or less, safe for routine eating. Avoid 20% DV or more. Salt bombs for special times only. Compare brands. Often one has half the sodium. Count real servings. A tiny cup might hide 2. Carry a small notebook. Write favorite low-sodium picks by aisle. Next trip takes half the time and saves confusion. Budget-friendly swaps. Pick store brands labeled no salt added, usually cheaper than big names. Buy large bags of plain oats. Flavor at home with fruit, not instant packets. Choose frozen veggies without sauce, then season yourself. Combine half regular broth with half no-salt broth to adjust taste slowly. Dining out tactics. Ask for nutrition sheets or view them online before ordering. Split high-sodium entrees. Add extra steamed veggies. Taste food first, then decide if you need sauce. Mini story Mrs. Evans, 76, loved canned chili. She saw 800 milliliters sodium per half cup, but ate the whole can. Label reading cut her intake by 400 milliliters a day. Systolic pressure fell 9 points in 4 weeks. Labels became my glasses for hidden salt, she says with relief. Key tips and low. 140 milliliters sodium per serving. High, 300 milliliters sodium per serving. Track daily total. Aim for under 500 milliliters if you have hypertension. Label power puts you in charge of senior wellness. Each smart choice carves a safer path for your heart. Good habit 3. Batch cook and freeze your own meals. Restaurant plates and frozen trays drown food in hidden brine. Cooking home meals in batches flips control back to you. Foods prepared at home contain 327 milliliters less sodium per 1,000 calories than meals eaten out. 552 milliliters, 1,879 milliliters. Shows a USDA analysis. Skip 2 restaurant dinners and spare your arteries over 650 milliliters sodium. Why this works. At home, you pick every ingredient. No factory brine, no chef with a heavy hand. Batch cooking saves time. 1 relaxed afternoon covers a week. Freezing locks, flavor and nutrition without salt. Portioning before freezing stops accidental second helpings. Less sodium, same comfort, smaller grocery bill. When healthy dishes wait in the freezer, calling for salty takeout feels unnecessary. Fewer last-minute splurges means steadier numbers on the cuff and calmer evenings. Easy steps. Plan a Sunday cook-up. Choose 3 dishes that share ingredients. Chili, veggie stir-fry, oat banana muffins. Shop the perimeter. Fresh produce, lean meat, unsalted beans cost less per nutrient. Skip added salt in recipes. Season later at the table with lemon or herbs if truly needed. Portion immediately. Use small reusable tubs. Label date and low sodium. Freeze flat. Lay bags flat to save space and speed thawing. Rotate stock. Eat oldest first. No hidden salty trays in the back. Budget-friendly swaps. Buy chicken on sale. Slow cook with garlic. About 70 Cs per 3 Oz portion, 60 milliliters sodium. Use dried beans instead of canned. 1 pound makes 6 cups, pennies per serving. Cook brown rice in bulk. Freeze in muffin tins for quick grain cups. Turn veggie scraps into no-salt broth. Free flavor, 0 waste. Batch cooking also cuts food waste. Dollars saved by fresh herbs and fruit. Dining out tactics. Carry 1 frozen meal for work. Microwave in minutes. If you must order out, pair half on tray with your homemade side. Ask for a to-go box first. Pack half before eating. Mini story. Mrs. Nolan, 75, spends Sundays simmering lentil stew and baking herb chicken. She freezes 14 meals for under $10. After 6 weeks, her systolic pressure dropped 8 points. Wallet stayed happy. I microwave, eat, and relax. No salt surprise. She beams. Grandkids visit. She pops out 2 low-sodium portions and shares peace of mind together. Key tips. Aim for meals. 600 milliliters sodium each. Add herbs after reheating to revive aroma. Keep a freezer list on the fridge to track servings. Batch cooking builds steady power over senior health and hypertension. Your freezer becomes a personal deli, delicious, low sodium, always ready. One cook-up day can buy 6 worry-free days for your heart. Recap mini checklist. Hidden salt harms quietly, yet simple steps give you power. Remember these 3 moves and post them on your fridge. Season smart. Swap salt for lemon, garlic, and bright herbs at every meal. Flavor stays bold and arteries stay relaxed. Read the tiny words. Flip each package. Find sodium lines and count real servings. Choose items with 5% daily value or less. Cook once, eat many. Batch cook low sodium chili, grains, and chicken. Freeze in small tubs so quick dinners stay heart-friendly. Follow this trio and you slash hidden sodium, steady blood pressure, and keep senior health on track. Tiny habits add up like pennies in a jar. Soon you buy freedom from worry. 1-minute routine move. Stand tall, hold the back of a chair, and march knees high for 30 slow seconds. This pumps blood gently, loosens ankle joints, and keeps balance sharp. Munch. Bite 1 crisp celery stick filled with unsalted peanut butter and sprinkled with black pepper. Potassium in celery and healthy fat in peanuts. Calm hunger without flooding arteries. Mind. Close eyes. Inhale through the nose. 4 counts. Exhale 6 counts while whispering soft heart. The longer breath out signals brain to lower stress hormones that tighten vessels. Repeat this trio morning and evening. The whole set takes 1 minute, yet trains body, taste, and thoughts to work together for steadier pressure. Keep celery pre-cut in water, leave sneakers by the chair, and place a small note, soft heart, on the fridge so the habit never hides. After 2 weeks, many seniors report lighter legs and calmer readings. Mrs. Chin, 78, says, "My cuff smiles after the march." CTA and community. Which tip will you try first? Comment below and share with a friend. Your voice may spark another heart-saving swap, and no one walks this path alone. Post your low-sodium meal photo using Your Senior Health and Geo Hypertension Swap, so our circle can cheer small victories. If dizziness, swelling, or unusual pressure spikes occur, call your healthcare team promptly. Together we grow wiser, 1 hidden grain of salt at a time. This content is for educational purposes only. Consult your healthcare professional before making changes.